Glad you all came today. Fred Churchill, Postmaster of Hughsonville, keeper of groceries, bees, and even a few secrets. Buried right here with all my good neighbors, and some of them still owe me for cider. Yes, all of us out here have a story to tell. And mine, well, mine begins and ends at the crossroads. You know, Route 9D and Old Hopewell Road? Well, that's where Churchill sat. My store, our home. Post office tucked right in the back there next to the pickle barrel. Nothing fancy, mind you, just a counter and a mail slot. But it kept the world turning. Say, does anyone remember when a letter actually meant something? Well, I can tell you, when the mail came, people stopped what they were doing. I mean, there could be a long-awaited check, words from a sweetheart, or perhaps even a letter from way across the sea. Why, you never knew. Well, I can tell you this, I learned an awful lot being a postman. Mostly how to keep my mouth shut and my eyes kind. I married Nellie Gillespie back in 1917. Oh, I can still picture curls in her hair, sharp wit, heart as big as Dutchess County. And she worked right beside me behind the counter, and it's where we raised our 3 children, Virginia, Earl, and Dorothy. I can say that our store was definitely much, much more than a store. It happened to be a place where people gathered. Oh, we had some old men, we had a few young dreamers, even a couple of tired mamas with babies on their knees. And they'd sit in that bench out front and watch the world slowly roll by. And I can attest, sometimes it went so slow, you could wave to everyone twice. They would sit there and swap old stories and weather predictions. I swear that old bench held more news than a radio. How many of you remember penny candy? Oh, yes, yes. Well, we had it. But if you don't remember it, just imagine going into a store and getting a little paper sack and filling it with all kinds of little candies of your choice. Oh, I can tell you the little tots would come in with their sticky fingers and their pennies, and soon going out with the little sacks filled with, oh, bubble gum, root beer barrels, red licorice, and even butterscotch. But for me, I can tell you, the highlight of my summer, well, that would have been the soda fountain. Generally, the older children, they'd come running in after a game of tag, all hot and sweaty, with their nickels in hand, lining up at the counter, waiting for their orange and grape fizzes. Well, I would pour that seltzer out nice and slow, just to hear them groan a little bit. And they'd say, "Hurry, Mr. Churchill, hurry." And I kind of give them that look. You want fast, or do you want foam? That usually got their attention. Well, I raised the bees out back and sold the honey up front. And yes, you are right. I got stung most every single spring. But I have to tell you, bees teach you a lot. Mostly to work steady, mind your own business. Because generally, bees only sting when absolutely necessary. I was postmaster from 1922 to 1957. 35 years. I stamped every letter that came to that post office by hand. I knew who was writing from Poughkeepsie and, well, who wasn't writing at all. And once, I remember now getting a letter, Nellie and I, it was actually from our son Earl, and he had recently been made sergeant in the Army. And I handed it to her, and she just kind of held it in her hand. Didn't open it, mind you, but just held it as if it were glass. Sometimes the letter holds more than mere ink. It can hold hope, sometimes fear, even forgiveness. Well, now it's all quiet out here. There's no more Churchills, no more soda fountain, and no more chatter on the old front bench. But I do listen. You know, if you happen to have had something you wanted to say that never made it into an envelope, just send it to me. I'll listen. Put on it, postage paid, return the sender. Thank you.